Hey,
Good
Possum.
evening, free enterprise fans. I am going to cut off Martin Broadcoat and we're going to start this one out with a bang. How's it going, Martin?
Look, I was going to ask who was doing the intro. We didn't exactly discuss this part.
Look, this is Free Enterprise After Dark, friends. Welcome to a Friday night. We hope you're having a blast. We're having a blast. And that means that our runners are also going to be having a blast. We are joined by the wonderful two-time GDQ runner Oscar424 as our restream lead this evening. And we have Warlink, one of the masters of the supermarket sweep flag, set on the ladder, pushing the buttons and pretending that I will not be eating them some way, somehow. Of course, I am joined by my better half this evening in the commentary booth, Martin Broadcloak. Martin, since you are the better half of this commentary duo, why don't you tell the folks out there what's going on tonight? What are we running?
Ham.
Ham.
A lot of
Ooh.
ham.
How about
All
bacon?
and bacon.
Ooh.
Delicious bacon. Yes. Yeah, they have things in common, namely pigs, which you're going to see a lot of pigs on stream tonight because men are I can't believe I'm saying this. Possum, you say it. I can't. I can't. It
Oh, I
hurts.
can easily say it, Martin. I have three
Okay.
sisters. Men are pigs. I've
Oh,
heard it all my life.
I am so sorry.
So, chat, you're probably wondering, what are they talking about? Well, there's a wacky flag called Men Are Pigs, and what happens is it turns all of the male-designated characters in the game, that would be Sid, and Cecil, and Edge, and Young, and Kane, I think even Edward and possibly Palom, I don't know. It's a lot of them. They all get turned to pigs, which means that they can't have spells like Berserk cast on them. They can't have a lot of things done. They can't use the power command. They can't use, ninja magic for Edge. A lot of things get kind of cut off, and you're just not able to do them because they are just pigs all the time, 24/7.
So, what do you think goes through Rosa's head? I mean, obviously, she's our heroine. I guess I'll go that far. But yeah, Rosa and a bunch of pigs. I have
Well,
questions.
I mean, in the vanilla game, she spent enough time with Edge, and he definitely has
I
some interesting commentary throughout. So I would say she's not all that unused to it.
Okay, that's fair. I can give you that one. So yeah, no, this is gonna be fun. Of course, the screens go dark right as I was about to have some amazingly profound thought, but let's see who our first pig. Well, that's a betrayer pig.
Yeah, that's a pig that will probably throw itself into a frying pan or someone else on the party
Yeah.
because it gets hungry. There's also a sparkle there, which is neat, I guess, if you're into sparkles. And I didn't see what we got for a key item because I was looking at the sparkle.
A ninja shirt. Yes.
Well, that's an item of indeterminable value, I suppose.
I question how pigs are able to wear equipment, but I guess that's a whole debate for another time. But
Hmm.
I mean, a pig with a spear, that just seems like the pig setting itself up for a rotisserie or something. I don't know.
Sounds great, honestly. I mean, it's cooking itself for you at that point. Like,
hmm
A plus, if you ask me. So we
So
have our runners going around here. They're going to different places to loot. The T Wildish flag is on for treasure, Martin. Where would you want to go for treasure if T Wildish is on?
well, okay. So one minor issue though, I did see S free is on though. So I don't know how much T Wildish I'd actually really be thinking about. Um, obviously, Eblin is Eblin. Eblin, I'm always a huge fan of it. Um, I don't know if you really. I mean, obviously, Crystal Sword Pig is amazing. So Eblin is always a wonderful thing. Um, But I mean, I feel like shops right now. I mean, you could find enough in shops,
Yeah.
like weaponry wise. I feel like you're not looking for a lot. J items being free. I just saw vampires purchased. I mean, that's a very useful item, pig or otherwise.
Yeah,
So
definitely agree. I personally would probably look to treat this as budget supermarket sweep,
yeah,
where you're looking for your free characters, you're looking for your free shops. Maybe go loot in one or two places. But yeah, I tend to agree with you that I would definitely be looking at picking up characters like Peppa and Piglet on Rybon's side, which I have to just say because it's Peppa Pig, and how could you not?
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
so, speaking of things that I can't just pass over, all the support going on right now in chat. Holy cow, y'all are amazing with all of the gift subs and the bits that are being thrown around like pieces of candy. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity.
I mean, as long as they're not button-shaped candy, I think we're okay. So yeah, keep going, chat. Just hold back the buttons for reasons. I'm in the booth next to him,
Reasons.
and he gets rather yeah.
Well, you said reasons, and reasons are in fact candy. So
That
uh,
is true.
you,
I
you
did see
had
a
me there.
dwarf axe picked up there in a shop. So now we have back row pig. So
Yeah,
that's
and the
nice.
back row glitch is actually on as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that does make quite a bit of difference. Not one of our beta flags. It is an actual flag where our runners are still able to back row their melee fighters and
Yeah.
their mages as well.
Definitely, I think it's a welcome change, or soon to be changed. So this obviously is the beta branch, but yeah, being able to enable, disable. Wow, that's a lot of pigs on screen. Uh, being able to have that flag active or not is, I like it. It does bring a different style of gameplay. Obviously, we haven't seen it not on, but when it is, that's going to change a few things. Oh, hi.
Yeah, definitely will. So there's that demist on ordeals, but I
Yeah.
also saw on Tybalt's side something that was very interesting.
Hmm.
Uh, in the basement of Eblin, picked up a power shirt and a crystal ring. And I think he may have also found a defense sword early on. So Tybalt could have a serious gear advantage over some of the other runners
Mm-hmm.
because he did take that risk to go to Castle Eblin and do some of that high tier looting.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with T Wildish, obviously Evelyn being, that good. Um, yeah. I just having Kane online that well this fast is amazing. Obviously, getting the package, which is one of our items that we need, is the freebie from Edward. Also very nice too.
Yeah, definitely a big pickup there because our runners don't have to worry about objective number 4. They can go do that whenever. One of the things of note about that package check is our runners, if they are going to shop Kaipo, will want to shop Kaipo before they burn the village down. If they do
Mm-hmm.
it after, it's going to trigger the cutscene. And unless it's, I don't know, like a Cecil, I guess, because you can't have Foo or an Edge, you'd probably be pretty upset if you had to sit through all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay. Shop wise, I mean, is there anything you would direly regret missing there? I mean, I feel like, yeah, you burn Mist down. Do you ever, like you said, short of Cecil or Edge, you're not sticking your head into Kaipo for any other reason?
Um,
Um,
I mean, Curse Ring, because it's as standard. That would be
yeah,
the one thing
yeah,
that I would be a little reticent about missing out on.
that is that's fair. One thing we haven't brought up is this is not Win Crystal. Am I
Yeah,
wrong on that? It's Win Game.
it is win game. So yeah, the
Yeah.
5 objectives to be completed, or 4 objectives, excuse me, or 5, or however many objectives it is. All of the objectives that have to be completed. Uh, and then we will go through and just win the game. There will be no Zeromas, there will be nothing like that. So no final boss. Maybe one of our runners will be nice enough to see what random Zeroma script we have for saying
Hmm.
hello to a dear old big bad boss. But for the time being, our runners are just going to be kind of singularly focused on progression checks.
Yeah.
Uh, with K Main, K Moon, and a forced hook on, they're going to want to get some power. they're gonna want to play around on Earth, and then they still may have to go to the moon to find something like a Baron key or like I think the Earth crystal might be listed as well. I have to double check my notes here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we all hope, obviously, the moon's going to be in some way, shape, or form required because, I mean, come on. Who just wants to find everything on Earth and just win the game? Like, no, we're here for this is After Dark Free Enterprise. This isn't. I'd go so far as to say it's not Supermarket Sweep because we don't want a 30-minute jet. Oh no. We need the value.
Yeah, we want gauntlets at Ogo Pogo for fun.
Yeah! We want character building things.
Yes.
Spoilers, the runners will not say it's character building during the post-game interview. I swear on that. They will have other words.
Yes, other words, like fun.
Yeah! No, we won't have to mute them. Oh no.
No, not at all.
No.
We do have, our runners have gone quite a few different ways. Dave and Harumph are in Antlion. Tybalt went through, did a lot of item gathering, a lot of looting, much more so than the other runners. Rybon has already got his Paladin online, though, and has a pass as well. So lots of variation in what our runners have gone through and done.
Mm-hmm. I also saw, you mentioned the crystal ring and the power shirt and everything. Rosa on Tybalt's side. Samurai bow, mute arrows, heroin robe, crystal ring.
Yeah, that'll do work.
That's a thing that exists.
Yeah, that Rosa will do a lot of damage.
Yeah, see,
hundreds and hundreds of damage, more than anyone else on the team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Rybon. Rybon pulled one of my fun stunts. Hey, you know what you shouldn't do, by the way? Use the vampire on Mylon Z.
But wait, it gets better. You also shouldn't use Zeus Rages because for some reason, the Mylon form absorbs lightning. Yeah, elements, they're fun.
Everybody does it once. Also, don't use Quake on it either. That doesn't. Anyways.
Actually, Quake does work on it in elements.
Well, on elements.
But yeah. Or don't be like me and roll 2 Grimoires for Titan against Plague in a row. You know,
who does that? That's just silly.
Rybon is through the elements, though. Harumph is through Antlion. Tybalt is through Hobbs. And Dave now setting up for Hobbs. So our runners making their way through their checks very quickly, largely on the back of J items at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So a very good work from our runners. And speaking of J items, Rybon says, nice big bomb. I'm not taking the time to walk this out. I don't care about the XP. I will reset. I'm done.
Okay, so I don't know about... Okay, so here's my thing. I'm with people when it comes to, resetting out of things. You came back in to shop. The point of walking downstairs, keeping the 5590 experience, or however much it was, versus walking back in and going shopping, I feel like it's kind of the same amount of time.
For me, with it being a hook route, that's why I would want that XP. Any bit of XP I can squeeze, I want. Because we know it's a forced hook route per the flags that are in play. Yeah. So I tend to agree with you there. Slightly different reasoning, like I don't factor the shopping in whatsoever. It's just strictly an XP evaluation for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, when I like forced hook routes and whatever, once again, I'm huge on Evelyn. And especially if I have a Cecil. It's like, well, those 3 trap chests in Evelyn, shiny sword, and about 24,000 experience between those 3 fights.
True.
Which is enough for Cecil to get in the low mid-20s, which usually is enough for you to survive whatever nasty hook round may be waiting. That's one way I kill a pig, I guess, with a vampire. Sure, why not?
Well, I mean, it's definitely still going to be tasty.
Yeah.
Probably still delicious.
That's fair. So
I don't think it was intended from the looks of it, though.
I did he use a vampire on the back, or was that what we were going for?
It may have been a backward vampire,
Okay.
and it just got reflected, which
I
can
mean,
happen.
I was gonna go so far and be a little cute and be like, oh yeah, it's just preserving a slingshot on Cecil for that first fight in Evelyn or something, kind of highbrow, but yeah.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing is, with the flags that are in play, knowing that it's free shops and it's as standard and that a hook route is forced, you know that you're looking at 2 high-tier items in Evelyn. So, like, the slingshot idea is nice, but there's a very good chance you'll find coffins or hourglasses or Bacchus or sirens. Any number of those really strong high-potency J items that everybody loves to find.
2 elixirs.
Or elixirs and Leviathan orbs. I mean, I was trying to wish well upon the runners for a change.
Which one would you buy, Possum? Elixir A or Elixir B?
It's always got to be Elixir B for bacon because we're playing with men or pigs.
That's absolutely accurate.
Looks like Dave is taking full advantage of the Sylph summon here, healing up his whole party. While most of our other runners are relying a lot on vampires, I am curious to see who else falls, unfortunately, to the Elements boss, or at least has one character fall to it, as a friendly reminder about vampiring that boss. So always keep an eye out for that. Dave does get his big bomb. He keeps the experience and keeps the big bomb.
Good job, Dave. I'm proud of you. Yeah, see, look, Cecil's still on the ground on Rybon's side. Maybe he's holding off.
It's possible. I think when Cecil came back to life, his vitality only puts him at 50, and the orbs did 10% of 600, which is 60. I think Cecil just fell over again. Yeah. And Rybon just hasn't picked him back up and said, well, that's future Rybon problems.
That's fair. Oh, hey, look, it's the twin harp.
Yeah, I was refusing to acknowledge that now that 3 of the 4 runners have it. But that's likely where the underground access is, based on what we've seen. It's either going to be there or Baron Inn, I believe, at this point, because we've seen Freaky Item, Fagul Defense, Ordeals, and Antlion.
My money's on the twin harp.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Because, well, first of all, I may be a harp fader. However, the president of the Fade Harp Committee is one of our runners this evening, and that is Harumph.
Yeah.
And if ever there were going to be a required harp in a seed, it would be when Harumph is running. So we all know that the access is there.
I would say, so on the off chance, let's see, is in Silvara right now. Do Baron Inn, find out Baron Inn doesn't have your access. So if you see Harumph's screen go black in about 5 minutes, you'll understand why. Don't hold it against him.
I mean, I'll have a friendly word with him afterwards.
I
feel for you. I'd have done the same thing. It happens. Yeah. But we do have Tybalt coming down off Ordeals, Dave heading up Ordeals, Rybon doing a little bit of looting in Watery Pass while picking up a character, I believe. So our runners kind of just retreading steps a little bit. But make sure with these 4 runners that you do give them a follow. They are fantastic runners. Tybalt, you will see as often as he can get on Restream, puts on a great show every time. Definitely a runner you want to follow. Harumph, excellent commentary on both his own gameplay and others, as well as being, I believe, the Vegas Stakes world record holder right now. And then Rybon and Dave, 2 of our previous top finishers in the Pink Puff League Season 1. So a lot of incredible talent on the screen this evening, and they are all well-deserving of your love.
I'm not going to disagree with anything you just said there. So, all extremely accurate. I guess you could go follow Possum, too. I hear you've branched out, finally, from Free Enterprise. And do other amazing things. No spoilers, but he's really good at all of them. So, yeah, you might want to go follow him.
Also, it looks like we have an underground access prediction Is underground access behind the Twin Harp? Love the prediction.
If you're betting against the Twin Harp with everything that's stacked here,
I mean, Martin, I have
good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say.
30,000 keys in I have something with it.
No, but Rybon, you're flying away. Poor Rybon. Also, ignore the fact that Possumus went potato. That's okay. We planned on this. We're actually planning on one or both of us to go potato during this, so we got it covered. We're good. I can carry the show. Hey, look, there's Leviathan. That's not a pig. See, this is easy. Oh, look, it's a pig in. A pig is gonna burn it all down. This is great. I love this in the fact that it's like, oh, great. What character is that? I don't know. It's wonderful. Don't worry, folks. Possum will be back. We'll have the high tier commentary. You'll just have to settle for me for time being. It's fine. Tybalt doing trap chest. Is it a surprise? No. Is it going to be a surprise when a crystal sword comes out of one of these? Also, probably not. Oh, see, now that's just cheating. Tybalt. No. You don't get a life glitch then. No. I mean, it's not a bad theory. Get a little bit of extra experience before you go down what is possibly a disastrous hook route. You don't know.
Did someone say bad life choices and you needed a hand?
Hi.
Wait,
hold on. I have to ask, are you on God mic or are you on real mic?
I'm on yes mic.
Oh, okay. Hi.
So, I mean, you could literally just be talking to yourself, or you could be having a two-sided conversation, and only chat would be the wiser.
Well, I feel like chat would have called me out if I was talking to myself.
Debatable.
Hey, wouldn't be the first time. So, okay, so what do we have? Harump is doing dag runs in Baron, I'm guessing, 1440 experience, that's Baron in. I know that number very well. Oh, look, it's a Cecil that's not a pig. I'm so sad.
All right. No oink oink.
No,
sadly.
But it's really gonna hurt.
So instead of an oink oink, it's an ow ow?
Yeah.
Fair point.
Eek.
Oh.
Okay, so the moment of truth for Harump here is coming up shortly. I'm also not going to feel bad when this is like a zonk.
I would probably get a very angry DM from him.
So I guess instead of the black screen, also if you see Harump do nothing for about 30 seconds on stream, that's because he's busy typing out words to Asuka.
You hear me just start chuckling.
Yes.
No!
Yeah, I don't need to type anything out. I can just come back in, say hello, because the hook is here.
No! Who rolled this garbage?
Also, I suckered all of you into betting on the hook being on the harp. No, I'm not getting a 10% cut of that or anything. Just a joke's on you. Hi, Possum.
Hi, Martin. Thanks, Asuka. You're
Welcome
the best.
back.
Let me figure out how
We've done
to
comps with 3 people before. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything?
I'm nodding my head right now. You just can't see it.
Alright.
Nothing?
You gents have fun. Don't make me, God, Mike, you too.
Okay.
Also, follow both of them. They're amazing people, and, anything positive Possum or Martin says about me is a lie. Bye!
Thanks, Mom. Stop hiding my games.
Ha. I wonder if that sound effect was God mic'd or not.
I guess we'll find out one day.
It
I
totally
know, right?
wasn't. Bye.
So, also, are we sad that Harump literally is not going to check the twin harp before doing the hook? I am so sad.
100% approval for Rump just going through.
We don't expect anything. Well, there's your 2 items you were asking about.
Yep, hourglasses and coffins. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I like those ninja hats too. That's a really nice pickup.
Yeah, very much so. me a couple rune axes, sure. I mean, maybe there's a mage type down on the hook route. That could be a thing. But you know what? Harump going back, I think I know where this is going, and I also approve of this too. Because, I mean, you have hourglasses.
Yeah. You're hunting for shiny swords.
Yeah. Now, I don't agree with flying the airship 7 steps. That's
No,
just
I like
being
that.
flat out lazy.
No,
But
that is swag.
Wow. I can't take 7 steps on the overworld. I'm going to pilot my airship instead.
Okay, that is like, you must have seen by now, like the 3-step escalators, right, Martin?
Well, yeah.
Okay, that was a 3-step escalator.
Fine, I'll allow it. Wow. Also, during all this, I haven't been... Oh, well, okay, never mind. I was going to say I hadn't been paying attention to what came out of Eblin, but I just looked at what Tybalt was equipping, and now I know.
Does it start with Chris and end with Sword?
No, unfortunately, it's the minor version of that one.
Oh, so just a casual Excal.
Sadly. Yes.
What a shame. Oh, darn.
You know, you can't
So
have
now,
the best all the time.
Here's an interesting thing. You have an Excalibur, you have a Cecil. That's pretty good. Have we seen anyone look at purchasing or trying to find power staves?
No. No. Okay. Why would you want a power stave? I mean, what's that do for anyone?
The reason I bring that up in particular, and I know that Tybalt at least is going to know this interaction because of private discussions we've had about weird interactions in this game, but one of the cool things you can do is with the power staff, you can bonk your pigs and berserk them. So you couldn't spellcast berserk on them, but using the power staff as a weapon with, let's say, a Rosa, you can smack the Cecil and you can actually get him zerked up with the Excal on. Might be a very nice way to get a lot of extra damage and mileage out of what would normally be a no berserk flag set for the pig status individuals.
That is the thing. I mean, one would think that, hey, you know, berserk is just berserk. But this is such a well-coded game. No, there are multiple flavors of berserk.
Speaking of things that are well-coded, I think music is well-coded, right?
Yeah, we should probably be quiet.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So, Possum, you know what?
What?
While that amazing music was playing, I had a realization.
Yes?
We will not get the illustrious, hey, all 4 runners are going to go do Twin Heart back to back to back to back, and we're going to be quiet for 20 minutes. Because we know Harump's never going to do music.
Yeah, we might get 3 back-to-back music, which is really cool, but there is 0 chance of all 4. Harump will proudly die on on Twin Harp having value or no value, make it his last location, do everything else possible, and then carry on with his fantastic Free Enterprise life.
Yeah.
That is a man sticking to his guns right there.
Yep, a man of principle. I can work with that. So yeah, sadly, just a Zeus gauntlet out of there. I mean, can one say sadly? It is pretty good.
We can do Mac Giants now.
You could. It's a thing.
Are there Mac Giants in Legend of Zelda?
No.
Okay, that's a shame.
No, there definitely are not. No, Stalfos are kind of mean though.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like we have 2 Twin Harp believers and 2 Twin Harp faders. So I, for one, am interested to see if Rybon and Harumph ever head on back and go ahead and take on this check. Meanwhile, Harumph has found the best boss in Free Enterprise, Plague.
And seeing on Rybon's side, we know who the second boss is as well. Also, Possum, this I feel like this seed's like almost a dream come true for you. Like walking down to the hook and literally seeing no character there. It's like what happens when you find Porom there. It's like you just wish the sprite didn't appear.
I mean, it's a thing. Porum's a white mage, kind of. No character is no character, so maybe Porum's a slight upgrade. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. It's the same. It's great. No stopping, just going.
Well, those coffins did come in handy. Plague being the first fight, obviously. The easy way, kill someone off, revive them, redo the count, etc., so forth and all. So, kind of a fast spot for Plague. That can get a little tricky without having a way to off somebody.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern potentially, because that is a spot with what, 32, 35 agility, something like that. It's quite high, and then the Ruby spot has like 38, so you need to be
gonna be a little fast. And those sisters are gonna have some HP, but some of our runners aren't going to have an issue. Obviously, we know Tybalt has a Samurai Bow and Mute Arrows, so Rosa's can do very bad things to them.
And a fair amount of our runners have experience with, I don't know, Attila and 4 Yongs versus Magus Sisters with a hook route, based on a certain Cards Against Free Enterprise race that was run the other night. So, I mean, this will be easy for them.
Oh, why do we have to bring that one back up? Oh, that was an event. I mean, they also all did go to Eblin as well, too.
Yes.
So they all have X-Scals. But once again, you get back to your power stave thing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anyone takes advantage of that and goes through and does a little bit of bonking.
Yeah, or even tries to go and find one. So, but Rosa doing Rosa things. I mean, this is kind of a foregone conclusion now.
Yeah, so long as Rosa doesn't fall over here, this fight ends a lot quicker than one might expect. She basically solos this fight, doing between 26 and 3,500 damage. I think the middle sister here has about 12,500. The front sister has like 3, and the back sister has 4, something like that. Might be a little off on that, but I know that it's not going to take too long for Rosa to chew through this. Well, we do have Tybalt heading down the hook route, catching up a little bit, and also having already completed that package cutscene as well. So Tybalt now just a short run down behind Harumph and Rybon, who have both faded the harp, so that check will kind of linger there. And on Harumph's side as well, does still have to go burn down the Village Mist. So one of those things where, casual power shirt, that's 2 for Tybalt now. But one of those things where the extra levels and the extra progression and the extra equipment that Tybalt has accumulated may start paying dividends here for him especially.
Yeah, especially, well, yes and no. I mean, okay, so you have a hook route. You know you're getting through the hook route based on what we saw. It's not terrible. Yeah, levels are going to help. Xcal Cecil doesn't really care about levels. Like, I mean, he cares. His damage goes up. But you look at the objectives and everything, it's not K-Summon. So the march is out. So the only things you really have to worry about are Lower Babel, Dwarf, and then by that time you probably have a plan to deal with the moon. So does it matter that much?
I think it does, especially if you're not berserking anyone else, because that extra equipment gives 1 to 2 more multipliers potentially, and that could take like 2,600 damage and make it like 35 to 4,000. It's a big difference, I think. So it's not really going to make too much of a difference right now, but I think that potential gear and level advantage will pay off in the end. Will it be enough to overcome the time difference accumulating all of it? Way too early to tell, but I definitely think that the 2 different approaches, kind of the left side of the screen versus the right side of the screen, Rybon and Harumph versus Dave and Tybalt, I think those 2 approaches are going to make for a very interesting race.
Yeah, no, very much so. So this raises a question, looking at Tybalt's side. Obviously, you've done Eblin, you've done pretty much, I mean, you have a solid amount of gear, you have people equipped, you have a ton of damage flying out. This is going to get you maybe 1 to 2 levels extra on people. Is it worth the time investment to kill the ogres right now?
And I think in Tybalt's case, he's probably more worried about who's at the King-Queen spot than he is who's at the Magus, or excuse me, the Ruby spot. Okay. That's my assumption, is this is more a play on, this spot has given me trouble, I don't like it, and I would like to try to do something about it. That's what this kind of says to me, is it's prepping for the unknown as opposed to the known.
Okay. But we are going to get our first look here at Dwarf Castle. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see at Dwarf 1?
I mean, for bosses,
Hmm.
something like an evil wall is pretty fun because
Yeah.
it's super punchy at that spot, and Ogopogo also super punchy. Those are two of the ruder bosses you can come across
Mm-hmm.
at Dwarf One.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Antlion's not particularly friendly. Any of the high physical bosses are really quite rude.
But
Uh,
possum antlions on the moon.
well, I mean, Antlion's always on the moon, I know. Val, also Berserk now brings up in chat, Val is particularly obnoxious
Oh yeah.
at Dwarf 1.
Yeah.
It's what, a 470 or 590 there for evade
It's
rolls? It's a lot.
Speaking of a lot, that's a lot of wine that Harump just procured as well. A lot.
mean,
Like all the wine.
So the funny thing about that is Bacchus unfortunately
I
doesn't
know.
get your pigs drunk. I don't know what it is with the way the pigs are constructed in this game or how their intestinal fortitude is done, but yeah, it doesn't work. They don't get drunk. They don't get berserked. So
I
it's great for
know.
Rosa. It's great for Rydia, but it's not going to work on the pigs,
I mean,
sadly.
I kind of want to see a Berserk Rydia. I don't know what would occur, but I'm here for it.
I mean, Berserk
Pig,
Rydia would hit things, and chat always wants Rydia to hit things. So chat would be happy.
absolute. Also, pigs and octopus. I don't think those two go well together. I can honestly say I've never tried that combo, like bacon wrapped octopus. I don't think that flies.
I mean, I do love me some octopus. It's great. Good eats, alligator, other stuff. All sorts of things you think wouldn't be great. They're actually quite good. Sorry to the Senator crocodile lovers out there. It's quite tasty too. But the whole bacon or ham and an octopus, that is definitely not a combination of flavors that I'm happy about imagining right now, and I'm usually happy about imagining most flavors.
I mean, you're a possum. I feel like you're not exactly picky when it comes to flavors, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All
right, octopus down on one side, Mega Sisters up on the other, equipment and stuff flying everywhere. Yeah, this is free enterprise in a nutshell right here. And a pig staring down a bunch of guards.
And no character.
I saw Jin Mage and bleeped the rest of it.
It doesn't matter. I think our runners all know Leviathan at this point, so I don't believe it is relevant, whatever was picked up there. Maybe, no, not even Cockatrice would matter because we have coffins. Yeah, I don't really think there's a relevant summon there unless it'd be like exactly Asura. Maybe Odin, because like you can Odin gold dragons and you can't coffin them. I don't know. You can hourglass.
I mean, that is one. Well, but you have hourglasses. So are you really going to hourglass Odin? I mean, you could.
Why not?
It's a grind.
Sometimes you got to be creative.
I mean, those dragons, I mean, especially that back one, because of how its defense operates, I mean, they have a decent amount of HP, so.
All right, first moment of truth for our runners. Warp glitch is on. Harumph, I beg of you, please remember it. We would like to know what's there.
Don't tell him.
Cindy and Plague fading out simultaneously. That was fantastic. I love it.
That's great timing. See, Berserk understands. Yeah, Gold Dragon grinds with just Odin are fun. Yes, exactly.
I've done it. It wasn't fun.
Oh, he heard you. Bad possum.
Oh, hey look, we can go fight Zeramis now.
Yay! Now, strangely, yes, it's the crystal. It's still a key item. So, if you have to go blow up the moon and maybe do, 10 key items is still 10 key items. Oh, look, you can get underground now, too.
Let me tell you about this Dwarf Castle, Martin. We can go fight the final boss we don't have to fight, and we can get underground even though we're already here. Wow, Dwarf Castle, you're amazing.
The value.
Looks like Harumph is headed into the Fey March. Probably not going to be playing around with any more chests down here. Probably just looking to pick up the free key item. Maybe poke around in the shops and head on over to whatever his next destination is from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so not saying this is a good idea, but you're down here. You have a good feel of the bosses that are out of the pool. The weapon shop's kind of literally right next to it. I stick my head in, and I at least look. Because if I know what bosses are there and I can take them out of the pool, I mean, I'd be depressed to see King and Queen Evelyn sitting there.
I don't know that I would really care particularly which bosses are there. I think I would want to do my item shopping, maybe a little more shopping beyond that, and then probably just head out. I don't think the bosses, like whatever is there or not, is really all that relevant for our runners at this point. Like they have their Sarvels.
I can think of one.
I mean, I'm guessing
I
Wyvern.
would love to see a blue robe in there.
Okay, the gauntlet, sure.
Yeah. Because if I know it's in there, I know where it's not, and that makes me much happier about the moon.
That's definitely fair. But looks like we have Rybon also heading through Dwarf Castle and picking up his crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And that will put him now.
Not gonna look. All right.
With objectives 1, 2, and 5 complete. Our first runner with 3 objectives on the board.
Maybe a lunar sparkle too. We know which 2 are out of the pool, so if I see one there, I know which 3 are still in.
Well, we're about to find out another one anyway, because
That's
we know
true.
the top of tower is a sparkle.
A sparkle as well, so yeah.
And as far as the sparkly flags, if it is Wyvern, for example, it is only Witchburn on this. So it'll be some random magic that at the top of the tower, frankly, does, well, nothing.
Nothing. Unless it's exactly like group charm.
Yeah. So it would have to be some status effect, because it could be Meteo, it could be Big Bang, and they're going to do nothing at the top of the tower there.
True. Wait, a Wyvern with Meteo? That never happens.
Nope, never seen it.
No. That was a fun time.
That's an F word that you used.
You know, it's not like it was hard required. It's like, oh, how do we do this?
Now, we do have Harumph being our first runner to go up the lower tower of Babel. Going to be playing around with whatever sparkles up there, and also the boss at the Super Cannon Room.
Yeah. I was debating, do you even bother touching the eyeballs? I don't think you do.
Not already having an Excal, I don't think there's really any reason.
There's no need for it, so...
Well, and Xenocat brings up a great point in chat. It actually can't be Meteo or Big Bang because of the flags that are on. So that means it can't be Zentatsuken. So 3 of the spiciest ones are out.
Is Be Unsafe not on? I'm
that
sad.
Would be correct, yeah.
I'm sad. We call those character building flags. Anytime you see those on, you know you're in for a good time.
Yeah, it could be Party Glance. That's always fun. Assuming this is Wyvern, you know. I hope it is, because Wyvern here is fun. It's a pile of health. But it does nothing else otherwise. But it's kind of fast, too.
I mean, there could be a lot of do.
Could in fact be Pale Dim and be the slow bro himself. Ah, there it is. Martin, you are a witch.
There you go. Oh, my life for some Urdy arrows.
I mean, this is the type of situation you could even just go ahead and throw Quakes. Or, excuse me, throw Leviathans. The counter Quakes won't do any damage.
No.
We do see a jumping pig on Harumph's side.
I'm trying to imagine this in life, and no. A jumping pig.
I mean, when pigs fly, it's an actual expression, and pigs are flying.
I don't think it's like Superman, where like Superman gets tired of flying, just does a jump everywhere in very long leaps and I don't think pigs do that. I think they just lay down and then they end up on my dinner plate.
Wow, that
Or
was absolutely
breakfast.
savage, Martin.
They're delicious. What can I say? You're a possum. You agree with me.
Yes, but I'll eat anything,
Well, that's okay. That's fair.
including bacon and octopus.
I just that's not a combo that
So meanwhile, we have Dave and Tybalt now both also completed with Dwarf Castle. So all four of our runners, or most likely all four of our runners, going to be converging in some way, shape, or form in the lower Tower of Babel. We do have Tybalt taking on some of the eyeballs down here, so continuing his quest for either the shiniest of swords or just some really good stuff, and does get a white spear for his troubles.
I mean, it's not a bad weapon. I mean, it also was a chest you kind of walk almost by. So I guess, I guess. I mean, if you're a couple steps away, sure, you could touch it and open it.
I mean,
That's
with enough
fair.
mental gymnastics, any chest is just a few steps away.
Just rotate the map a little bit this way and this way. Oh, look, it's right in front of me.
Exactly.
How'd that happen?
And Harumph is the first one through the top of the tower and received a reward that I somehow managed to miss.
It was a tail.
Apparently I can't read.
It was a rat tail.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be, I mean, could be potentially helpful. We do have a hook already for our runners.
It could. I'm personally all for the item chase at this point. I would love to go like Luca into Pan into Baron into Darkness and then plant Earth like at Ogopogo. That'd be a great time.
No Baigen at Ogopogo though, because that's a Baigen at the Super Cannon room. That makes me a sad possum.
Sad. Yeah.
Because Baigen's rude.
Baigen's rude in the right spots and is really rude in the wrong spots.
Yeah, like a required Baigen at the Crystal Sword altar is pretty fun.
Character builder.
Yep. Hits nice and hard 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
People fall over.
I don't think you tenderize bacon though. I think it just kind of comes, pre-sliced and you're off and running.
Well, that's fair.
I don't want Baigen punching my pigs.
I mean, Baigen punching bacon is pretty funny to say, though. I'm not going to try 5 times fast. That I'm definitely not going to do. But
that is the thing.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so it looks like Dave has joined the other runners. We have all 4 runners 50 minutes into the seed, all in the Tower of Lower Babel right now. So that's pretty neat.
I like it. It's filtering them all, and I do really hope that the tower key gives nothing though.
So you just want everyone to be forced either to think that they need to do the twin harp still.
Look, some people talk about certain Final Fantasies being very linear, and I would love this to just turn into a linear amazingness.
Well, first of all, Final Fantasy 13 is one of those. That's a Darkness Crystal. That's kind of good. But the summons in this game just don't strike me the same way the summons in 13 do. So,
yeah, there's reasons which we can't say those on Stream Possum.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good point. So the trek through the Sylph Cave for Harumph, going to take a little bit of damage on these tiles, but more importantly, going to get the Sheila 1 check completed, and then probably going to head to the moon and say, I have faded the harp this long, I will continue to fade the harp.
You can't blame him. I mean, at this point, like you said, you'd probably have to twist Harumph's arm off to do the twin harp, so.
I mean, you could, but I doubt Harumph would appreciate that.
I think he likes his arms. So,
Speaking of things that like their arms, I think Baigen likes his arms, and Tybalt is deciding that Baigen doesn't get to like his arms anymore. Rydia with the kill shot with a Lilith Rod. That's a sentence I just said.
that's Rydia putting in work. I mean, it's not like, hand axe Jin or anything, but, hey, she can do things. Oh, look, sirens. Well, I guess
those are good.
if you need experience, I mean, hey, there you go.
Ah, well,
That's
pan.
a little vanilla. All right, Possum. Moment of truth. Do you check the pan or do you go to the moon?
100%
It's not K
pan.
summon, so you only get one.
Still 100% to pan.
Really?
K main checks are going to be much more heavily weighted than K moon checks, just based on how the natural algorithm works. So
Okay.
I would be following the pan. And at this point, I would also very highly consider the Twin Harp. I know that Harumph is not going to do it, but it would be very much so burning a hole in the back of my mind that, okay, this could actually have value. And I'm a little scared to go to the moon thinking that basically a Baron key and an Earth Crystal, which are two gating key items, would both be on the moon. It would be statistically possible, but it's not statistically probable.
I mean,
doing some on-the-fly math.
It could be one leading into the other.
It could. And one or both could also come from this pan chain.
That's just one.
Well,
right?
They could lead to each other.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, like, this pan, the Sheila 2 check could turn into the Earth Crystal, for example.
But I feel like I said earlier, though, that we can't have that. Like, we have to go to the moon. Otherwise, we're, all the checks on Earth, that's like supermarket sweep type. Yeah, no.
I mean, it is S3.
Something's got to be on the moon. I have faith.
Harumph and Rybon waving to each other on the way by the tower. Harumph returning his pan and Rybon turning his in. Dave and Tybalt flying from the tower and completing the Baigen check. So all four runners pretty close together right now still. No more than a couple minutes apart.
I like how they're all following each other. It's kind of like time-lapse free enterprise.
That's true.
Yeah, you all could get up, go to the bathroom, go make yourself a drink, come back, and you won't miss anything because the next person's going to do the exact same thing. And then the next person's going to do the exact same thing.
We do see the Legend Sword come up for Harumph, so that kills off the potential of no moon. Harumph, moment of truth for him. Let's be real, though. We know he's going to the moon. There is no harp going to be checked.
Did you really say that with a straight face? Come on, Possum.
I did not, but you can't see my face. But for Harumph, he's going to go to the moon. For other runners, in Rybon shoes, or maybe some of our off-stream runners, they might consider at this point the Twin Harp, just based on how the fill algorithm works for key harps.
I mean, it still has a rat tail to turn into, so that could be a thing. It'll probably be the pink tail, and then it'll be a white shirt.
I mean, it's always a white shirt.
It's always a white shirt until it isn't.
Well, it's also not the pink tail.
Dang.
It is Baron. So Baron Castle, Objective 3 is on the table now without the moon. So that means if this Baron key does lead to the Earth Crystal, the moon is haunted as far as our objectives would be concerned. Harumph definitely going to go do this Baron check. Makes sense. Rybon going to be right behind him. Tybalt, after completing the pan loop, will be there. And Dave, after going and doing the Sheila 1 check, or not, maybe turning the rat tail in first, and then doing the Sheila 1 check in case he picks up the pan from the rat tail.
I was gonna say that's Possum philosophy right there. Strangely enough, I actually learned that one from you a long time ago.
The interesting thing about this, though, for Dave, is if he ends up going through and turning the rat tail and going to Baron, and Baron has the Earth Crystal, he skips the whole pan chain.
Yeah, that's a lot of time saved.
Yeah, that's a solid 90 seconds to 2 minutes that he makes up. So lots of action happening for our runners. Lots of time to be made up. And remember, like Dave and Tybalt, they both completed the Twin Harp. So they're not as far behind as one might think, given what they have done versus not done. So Martin, do you remember who our boss was to start the game?
I'm pretty sure it was a sparkle, and you're something along the lines of, we don't care that it's a sparkle. Like, whatever.
I hope it's Wyvern still. And I
it
hope
could
it
be
casts
Wyvern.
Glance, and then I hope Iridia casts Leviathan on the party.
That would be amazing. I mean, the
Well,
great part
there's
is
a
we're
start.
probably going to have 4 opportunities at it, right?
Unless it just dies first. Crush?
Please,
Okay.
please don't die. Oh, well, somebody's dead. I was going to say somebody's dead.
That's pretty neat. Wyvern going all evil wall on everyone.
Hold on. Where's J-Mac? I'm waiting for the words to come out.
I know Asuka's thrilled about that, given
poor
her natural tendency to be unhappy with the small child.
What did she do to deserve that?
I guess exist. I don't know.
Poor kid.
Now I did see kamikazes in shops. I'm curious to see if we get any usage of kamikazes to crumble skip the karate man on the Baron throne here. Do it for me, runners.
Now you're getting in that fancy tech. I don't know. Not with Cecil swinging for 2,800. You're not.
That's all right. There's 3 more chances.
All right.
I have faith.
In which one?
Just collective faith. I have collective faith.
Okay.
I also have faith in Wyvern being able to crush people.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, my eyes are kind of drawn over to Angie's screen right now to see who that Wyvern decides needs to die.
Oh, and I want to see what sprites Harumph is going to get here. That's a Mom Bomb and half of an Antlion. That is particularly awkward for Antlion. Yeah. Yikes.
It's a thing.
I wonder, is the other half on the moon?
Yes.
Oh, Sand Ruby. So that is objective number 3 completed for Harumph. Does have access to objective 5, Burn the Mist Village, but looks like he is headed moonward.
Yeah, moon's required. Okay, so I said at the beginning, I said Earth was at Ogopogo.
Yeah. And we haven't seen the gauntlet.
You're on a single KI hunt. You're going bottom up. You're going ribbon immediately. You have 10 key items. It's 200,000.
You never know. There's sirens available.
Why siren if you don't have to, Possum?
It's
win game. The only thing that shuts you down is a gauntlet.
Have faith in the gauntlet.
I do. I'm
kidding,
fully expecting it.
It will be interesting, though, to see what approaches our runners take here, because there are valid arguments for both top-down and bottom-up plays here on the moon. The top-down play starting at Value Cave, Cave Bahamut, going to the Murasame altar, aka the Pale Dim spot.
Yep.
But there's also the argument for going straight to the bottom of the moon with the key item density.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways to approach. I mean, I guess there's 2 ways to approach it. Maybe a third if you just go for the Crystal Sword altar.
I love the Demarine. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'll be interested to see which way the runners go. I think I'm with you. I would go bottom up here.
I mean, the ribbon to me just holds enough value. Like, yeah, okay, fine. Your Earth Crystal isn't there. That 200,000 is going to make Ogo's altar a lot nicer.
Oh, and also chat brings up a good point. Thank you, Moleboy. That case summon is off. So Bahamut Cave is treated as a summon location and will be off for this flag set.
Nope, don't need it, don't want it.
But I think while our runners are are doing this thing called walking the lunar subterrain. We should get one last shout out in for all of them, because I have a feeling this thing's going to come to a close sooner than later. So one more time, y'all, go ahead and give follows to these fantastic runners who have volunteered their time for your enjoyment this evening, giving up part of their Friday night. So Rybon, Dave, Harumph, and Tybalt, give them all a follow. They are fantastic runners. And also, behind the scenes, we have Oscar doing the restream, we have Warlink pushing the buttons, and my wonderful co-commentator, Martin Broadcloak.
And we have a gauntlet on screen.
I did see that as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's a thing.
I mean, they're all hourglassable, which is good.
Yeah.
And apparently this is a sleepy dragon.
I stopped and sleep and whatever else may come of it, yeah. Also, I'd like to take back the idea of doing Cape Bahamut. There's something, I mean, we've been around for a while. There's something I have never seen in Free Enterprise that I actually would really love to see.
Oh.
I want to see Behemoth cast Storm on a bunch of pigs.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I feel like that would be an amazing thing.
So remember how we talked earlier about the grind part of this?
Yeah.
You see what Rybon's doing?
Uh-huh.
He's grinding.
Uh-huh.
I like it. He's probably only going to take one or two of these and head to the bottom of the moon.
Yeah.
Whereas Harumph is going... I believe this is the Murasame altar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
he is going to top down.
A little seasoning, a little flavor.
Yep.
So get to low 40s and, you know, makes life a little more tolerable at the altars. So...
We did get our lunar gauntlet though, so that's exciting.
That very much so. Now all we need is lunar antlion, and we will have done amazing.
And so it looks like we have Harumph and Tybalt making the top-down play. We have Rybon going bottom-up, and Dave is going to be our last runner, but not behind by much.
No.
He is also going to make the top-down play. So we have 3 folks top-downing, 1 bottom-upping. We shall see. This is going to be pretty much make or break for Rybon. He could go from a potential first here to a potential wait not first. But if it's bottom up, then it becomes a huge race between our other runners.
Mm-hmm. And the you know, like you said earlier, you know, with all of them this close to each other, I honestly don't think any runner right now feels like they're behind at all. So this is all decision making. Like, you know what, I've played this seed really well. Short of maybe the twin harp check, that might be the only thing that maybe might weigh their decision making a little, but other than that, they've all done this amazingly. So, ew. Well, that's not great.
I mean, that's a reward for grinding, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that would be an awful fight without a grind.
Yes, it would.
So, like, if you're in Rybon's shoes, and this pays off, you're incredibly happy that you did that little grind there. Throwing a silk web out as well, because this is a lot of health here, and that's a very punchy mom bomb.
Yeah.
I believe this is fight number 5 for Harumph, though, on this gauntlet, so we will find out very shortly if the gauntlet has the value. If nothing else, it has a grind built in, so it won't have to do warlocks or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, moon gauntlets, especially with 10k eyes. I mean, they're wonderful. You just, yeah, you regret buying them. Well, you know, they were free, but you don't. You understand where I'm going. The sirens.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Well, here's my. Well, why to buy the sirens then? Oh.
Yeah, you're talking to someone who buys 30 sirens at a time and uses none of them half the time. So.
Hey, I'm gonna go steal 15 sirens from an eyeball. How many did you use? Yeah, we don't talk about that. Don't worry about that.
I guess I was wrong. That was not the 5th fight. So looks like we have Tybalt now 1 fight behind Harumph, and I think Dave is 1 fight behind him. Dave getting a little more mileage out of things like Leviathan. Making a good play here to try to catch up. Mom Bomb exploding on Rybon's side, and this is where things get interesting. because those bombs don't die to one hit.
Nope.
So you might want to throw an hourglass to take care of a couple of them
Yep.
here. Rybon does. I really like that play.
Yeah, because what happens? Oh, they explode with their remaining HP, and, well, looking at your party, you're not surviving it. Sorry.
They also punch, which is kind of rude, but yeah, that hourglass is going to shut him down, and Rybon's going to be through this. Not before Rosa gets turned to Chop Suey, though.
Well, you know.
I know she's not a pig, but, you know.
I see where you're going with it. That's allowed.
The Warlocks, Red Giants, and Baby Bombs, oh my.
So did the gauntlet hold everything that we... hold on. One more.
Oh, this is the
One
final
more.
fight,
This
right?
is- yeah,
Because
this
on
is the fifth
floor
fight.
3, the rare encounter is in fact a gold dragon. So yes,
Yeah.
this. Well, what is the red dragon? The double red dragon rare encounter? Is that floor 5? Is that a red dragon that Ginryu? I don't remember.
I just never... unless I'm opening a chest, I never want to see that fight. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Bad news on Rybon's side. Luca Key, not exactly what you want,
Nope.
because it's not the Earth Crystal, plain and
Nope.
simple. So nice fight there against the Mom Bomb, but probably not feeling the best after that. Crystal is in logic, yes. Warlinkar Tracker pointing out.
Oh, look. It's the Plague Altar.
This fight will be fine with Rybon's levels.
Yeah.
The wave will do, what, probably 1,500 damage opening, but probably down to about 1,200 by the time it gets around.
25 Cecil swinging, 23-6. Probably 1,000 to 1,300 as it sits right now.
Yeah. So I think Rybon will be fine. He's still going to need to heal here with Rosa. Rydia is for sure going to fall over. Yeah.
Cecil didn't get a swing. Yeah, that's about
Still
it.
fine.
Yeah, that rolled on the low side, so that's nice.
The end of this is going to be a little interesting, though. Spoon. So
That's-
the gauntlet is a no-go.
Ribbon's a no-go. See, I like where this is going, Possum.
Crystal Sword Altar or Ogopogo Spot.
I'm liking where this is going.
But one of the interesting things that happened here is Tybalt now has passed Harumph, and that includes Tybalt having done the harp check already. So if value is on the moon, wherever value is on the moon, I should say, Tybalt has now overtaken Harumph for the runners doing this pathing, with Dave very close behind. Rybon's still kind of in a world of his own as far as how he's routed compared to our other on-screen runners.
Mm-hmm.
So still very interesting here, but we have a little bit of a horse race now, and Tybalt a tiny bit ahead on that versus Harumph.
Is this where we get a hype up Rydia a little? Because you know where he picked up the time from, and it's exactly Leviathan.
Yep, and that's also where Dave has been picking up time.
Yeah, the power of that summon cannot be understated.
Yep.
At all.
It's not Bahamut, but it's still chunking 4,000 to 5,000 a use.
Yeah. Also, I am a little sad that they were using hourglasses during that fight, because when you use a summon on Red Giants, that's an event everybody should experience at least once.
It's an explosive event.
Very much so.
So we have a little divergence here again. Harumph making the standard play of going to the bottom. Tybalt saying, I'm going full top down here and going Crystal Sword second.
Nice.
This is Tybalt probably saying, I just took on a Moon Gauntlet and it didn't pay off. I need to do the silly thing. I need to do the play to still try to win the race. Also, Tybalt probably likely saying something to the effect of, no one's done yet, and I just did a Lunar Gauntlet that didn't pay off. It's probably not at a spot I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Also, High Val, that's gross.
Ew.
And a pink tail for Rybon. That means it is either the Crystal Sword Altar or the Ogopogo Spot.
Come on,
it's one of two, y'all. Is Martin the Ultimate Witch yet again?
Oh, you know who we haven't seen yet?
Who?
We haven't seen the wall yet.
That's true.
Ooh, the wall at Ogo would be a blast.
No.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. So we are going to know.
Or they'll die.
Yeah, it'll be fine or they'll die. Fairly binary existence in that case. or lack thereof. Looks like Val is punching the ever-living daylights out of these piggies and this team that Tybalt has built up, and that is not what you want to see. Oh my heavens! That's a boss that exists. I guess you have a Blizzard Spear Cane, so it's not too bad. But Ruby is gross here.
Well, somebody's gonna die.
That was a low roll at 5280.
Yep.
There's 1,000 damage fire 2s. Yeah, you don't want those in your life.
Nope.
But that's a 9,500 damage swing from Kane. So 3 more of those and Rybon will be through this, but not before a little bit of pain and suffering and character building, as you called it.
Oh yeah, yeah. For anybody wondering about this, by the way, never berserk anybody at this spot with Ruby sitting in front of you. You will end up dead in about 10 seconds. That's usually about how long it takes.
There's the numbers. Ruby knew that was the person with the Blizzard Spear. Ruby's like, nope, I didn't like that the first time.
The pig's a little overdone. just a smidge.
But yeah, we are down to this 50-50. We will know very shortly who is objectively in the lead of our on-screen runners. It's either going to be Tybalt or Rybon in the driver's seat. Again, not before Ruby gets off some more glares and Val punches some more people. There's the Earth Crystal.
Oh!
Tybalt, objectively in the lead at this point. Gonna get right out of this moon, head on down to the Earth Crystal, complete the Tower of Zot, and gonna look for that victory lap and that victory bell.
Oh wow, just a defense sword. That stings.
Yeah, and at this point Rybon knows it's one of 2 locations, and now he's feeling the pressure of not going top down, but little does he know, he still avoided a gauntlet.
That's true.
And by process of elimination, WorldLink is pointing out, Adamant Rock is at Zot.
Yeah.
We know every other item. Well rolled, Asuka. Very well rolled. Of note, there is no finisher off-screen or on-screen yet, so Tybalt is still in the running for first place overall in this week's community race. Looks like he is going to potentially rate that treasury, though, so might be giving a little bit of time back here.
Why?
He's a man of the people, Martin. Let him be a man of the people, and let's hear that wonderful tune.
Seed. Hey, Possum.
Hey, Martin.
Do you think he forgot it was win game?
No idea. We're about to find out, though. I think Tybalt played this on Monday, so I think he knows that.
Okay.
Just being a man of the people. Plus, this being Tybalt, great friend of mine and yours.
Yes.
If he gets sniped by 3 seconds this time, we know why, and there's a built-in excuse, and we'll let him get away with this one.
Wait, really? We will?
Publicly, yes.
Oh, okay. Afterwards, though?
Well, you know.
Okay.
Probably still, maybe.
Okay.
But we do have Kainatsu being fought on a run screen. We have Dave making his way to said Kainatsu. Rybon fighting the Val that we know gives the Earth Crystal. And Tybalt charging up that Tower of Zot, ready to find out who is here. My personal choice would be a Golbez at one of these spots, just for one little ha-ha-ha from the seed before it ends.
It's fitting. I like it.
That is not a ha-ha-ha.
That doesn't look like Golbez.
That's Bahamut. So
yeah,
I got my ha-has wrong. Also a very dead, not dragon.
Yeah. I do enjoy the fact that literally all 4 runners on screen are going to have to sit through Val on the moon, though. That definitely brings joy to my heart.
A very punchy Val, too.
Yeah.
But we do get a second runner who's going to be enjoying the the fun time that is Ruby at the Ogopogo spot. So
Bye.
everyone, give your blessings to Harumph. Oh, we have a pig in the Tower of Zot. I am absolutely shocked.
You think there's a pig under the cannonball?
Oh no, is that cannibalism if a pig is tying up a pig, leaving it to death? It's not cannibalism, it's just
Yes,
not
it is.
nice. Well, alright, well, it's a piggy party. Oh, and they're gone.
Like, I would run too. It's like, oh look, it's breakfast and lunch. It's like, yeah, we're not having this. We're leaving.
No Golbez. So I guess Golbez is on the giant or what at the package? Something like
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Well,
Oh
speaking
no,
of,
it could be Luca. We never saw the
good
bridge.
point.
Yeah.
Speaking of ways to gain time, Leviathan seems like a pretty good way to gain a little time here.
That does. You know what, Possum?
What, Martin?
We're an hour and 18 minutes in. We never saw a single power bonk.
True, I'm sad. I'm gonna ask every runner about it.
Yeah.
Also, this is the most nerve-wracking, like 10 to 15 seconds of Tybalt's entire free enterprise night, because he's going to be sitting here waiting for the actual completion of the Tower of Zot. When you go and you walk into the bed and it says, "You've completed the Tower of Zot. Here's your key item," and the game is done.
You gotta
and
wait
you have
for
to
the
wait.
message. Yep. There it is, and there it is.
Oh, GG's to Tybalt.
Look at this guy.
That is not only first place on the restream, but first place overall. Tybalt taking down this week's community race. So very well run by Tybalt, and we will see if we can get him in for an interview. And with that dinging in my ear, how appropriately timed, we are joined by one Tybalt the Gambler. GG to you, Tybalt.
Thank you, GG's.
Well done, sir. Hey, you know what you should do? You should go visit Ogo's altar.
Oh no.
Yeah, I hear it's a great time.
Is it Ogo or Odin?
Neither.
5,000 lit 3? Ooh, Ruby. Okay.
Yeah. Some
I'm
cooked
good.
pig would be in your future. It's joyous.
Bacon.
So,
see, thank you. You get it.
big deciding factor of the race, Tybalt, was bottom up versus top down. Take us through. Why top down?
Well, I had figured when I had gotten the darkness crystal, me staying on Earth and clearing it, I felt I was behind, and so I figured everybody else was already on the moon. Either it started going top down or started going bottom up, considering we didn't have exits. Well, we had 5, but you use them very quickly. And so it's like, I'll go top down and I'll use my last exit when I really need to.
And you used it when you really needed to.
Exactly.
The choice to go from the Murasame altar directly to the Crystal Sword altar instead of the more traditional, Ribbon Room and White Spear altar, was that because you had seen no finishers yet, or because you had just done a Lunar Gauntlet that didn't pay out? What was your mindset there?
A little bit doing the Lunar Gauntlet. Yeah, a little bit of the Lunar Gauntlet, and I figured I could take anything at this point, and I didn't really care what was there. And once I saw that Val was there, I'm like, nobody's going to want to do this fight. Especially like the Gauntlet, nobody's going to want to do that either. They're going to look elsewhere. So, a little bit of gambling to think that opponents aren't going to do certain fights. Sometimes it pays out.
Yeah, it definitely did. I do have a question for you. You cast Berserk a few times with your Rosa, and you cast it on herself. Was there ever any thought to using or finding any power staves to try to get some procs on your Excal Cecil?
I'm really not that good at using the bonk staff. I had 2 bonk staffs, so I'm just not really good at proccing the Zerk with the bonk staff.
Gotcha.
As soon as I tried to Zerk up the Cecil, I'm like, Why did I don't have? Oh wait, that's right.
Yeah, the Bacchus wines are great until they're not.
Right. It was I saw a Bacchus and I'm like, oh.
So
But finding the
overall,
Excal in Evelyn was really nice. That helped out tremendously.
absolutely, always will. We were hoping for a crystal sword. It's kind of shocking there wasn't one, given who my commentary partner is.
Hey, that's me.
There's always a crystal sword in Evelyn when Martin's involved.
You know,
At this point, it's probably either a Flame Dog or the Last Arm Chest. Put it there.
also absolute possibilities. Yes, very accurate. Why the treasury? Why?
Why not?
That's a good answer. I'll let that fly.
I mean, it's the last key item I got. It's like, I'm just gonna do the treasury. Just everybody loves the treasury.
Okay. I thought maybe you might have forgotten for a second that it was, win game. Like,
No,
why is he looting? What is he doing?
I mean, to be completely honest, there's probably 2 items that could have popped in there that, depending on the bosses, at Zot would have popped out. That would have been a ribbon or adamant for a Zot 2 gold beds.
Makes sense, because we had discussed the fact that Golbez was still remaining, was a boss that was somewhere out there, or possibly not. But we don't know that, nor does anyone from what we've seen so far.
No.
As far as your thoughts on this flag set, I know that you played, or I believe you played the Monday night race as well as this one. What's your thoughts on the flag set overall? How'd you like it? Anything you thought you'd like to see different, or was it just overall really fun? Like, take us through kind of your thoughts on the flag set altogether.
It was actually quite fun, and you really have to think differently during certain fights in the regards of how to handle them without having everybody zerked up like plague. Super easy, but you can't zerk half your party. Or you can't clog the queue with certain zerkers, so you kind of have to think differently on how you approach a fight than you would normally, which I actually kind of like, because I like to challenge myself sometimes. So I don't know, I quite like it.
Well, job well done once again. I'm out of questions for you. I feel like I hogged the mic a little. So Martin, you got anything for Tybalt?
I see what you did there with quote unquote hogging the mic.
I had to get one in there.
I'm not
had to
amused
get one in
by
there.
that at all. No, I got nothing. Tybalt, hell of a run.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My heart's still pounding.
Yeah, very impressive. So, looking forward to seeing you more community races, whatever the flag sets may be.
I'm always here for it. I always like to show up.
Yeah. Other than that, GG. So go. It's Friday night. Go relax with some Mystic Quest.
No, yeah.
Go ham on Flamerous.
Possum. We're doing so well.
And maybe try to substitute with some chicken wings from the Jerkbird.
Chicken is allowed. I hear possums enjoy chicken too. So
chicken.
Yeah. All right, Tybalt, go take care of yourself. Once again, great job on the win.
Thank you. GG's.
GG's Tybalt.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Very well done to Tybalt. Also, very well done to Rybon. We have had, as y'all can see, a second place finisher, both on Restream and overall in the race. Rybon coming in at a time of 1:21:40, finishing in second place. And we are currently awaiting a third place and fourth place, and beyond that, finisher. Rybon has declined an interview for the evening, which is absolutely his right to do so. So we are just going to kind of sit back and see which of our on-screen runners are able to traverse this Tower of Zot first. And I believe Harumph has the edge over Dave right now.
Yeah, just a little. I was gonna say, Rybon, probably. I mean, with all the pig on screen, I'd be kind of hungry. I could go for like a ham sandwich or something right about now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I wish I had ham. I don't. I'm sad. I don't have any bacon either. I'm such a heathen. Ugh.
It's only 8:30, Martin.
I
mean,
know.
by the time this is over, you can still go to the grocery store
See,
and get some food. You'll be
yeah,
fine.
this is me promoting everybody to go to the store, go buy some bacon, and just fire it up tonight.
I hope you're getting a cut. It's a little paid promotion.
I was, hey. Please don't mail me bacon. Things that just gets weird.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It looks like we do have Harumph in this final battle versus the Calbrana dolls, but we might be getting some showtime. Chat wants big doll. I am chat. Chat wants big doll. I am chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no big doll.
Oh.
I am sad.
No, Psycho, you cannot mail me bacon. I don't know what you consider bacon. I'd also be scared.
I mean, what is bacon? So, okay.
What
you have
bacon?
Canadian bacon, which is ham, effectively. You have ham, which is ham.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have bacon, which should be bacon. But I don't know what bacon is overseas. So Psychonaut brings up a good point of, mailing bacon, and you bring up that point of what is that bacon. And meanwhile, Harumph brings up the point of, Harumph is not done. Harumph still has to burn the village mist.
Harumph has to go burn down mist, yeah. Blue brings up about pork ridings do count for bacon.
Definitely
yeah,
true.
that's bacon adjacent.
Harumph or Dave ahead here? Are we just going to get an on-screen tie for funsies?
No, because you have to sit through the whole quack anime. Oh, no, you don't. No, it's literally, it catches fire and it's, oh, wow.
I think it's Harumph?
Yeah, I think Harumph's got this. Oh, we might get to relive the big bomb incident, though.
This
Harumph. Might be fun. Hold on a second. Yay, Harumph!
And
fire!
Dave also has not done the package burn. Okay, so both runners leaving that for last, but we do have not only first, not only second, but also third place. Both, all of that on restream and overall in the race. Heck of a job by the runners tonight that we have featured. Really holding up their end of the bargain and doing a phenomenal job. We will see if Harumph wants to join us for an interview, but GG's to him at 128.57, third place on restream and overall in the race. And meanwhile, Dave is going to take a very short flight up to the Village Mist, going to turn in the package. Cause Rydia a little bit of harm here by blowing up her small town, but it's not technically going to blow up, right? It's just going to set things on fire a little.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to stop. It's going to say you've completed all the objectives. You win.
Yeah. Fire just goes away.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, everything's great. See, and look, that's not even swirling fire. That's smoke. The fire's already out.
Yeah, so no fire, no brimstone that I can see, but
it never happened.
This is the first time I've seen this, but we have not only first, not only second, not only third, but all four of our restream runners finished 1, 2, 3, and 4 this evening. That is awesome. I have not seen that before, and I am happy to have been part of it.
I feel like that they're like talented runners, Possum.
I know.
I feel like that shouldn't be a surprise.
It's still hard to do, so we'll see if we can get Dave in here for an interview as well. Looks like Harumph has joined us.
Hey!
GG's Harumph on your third place overall finish.
Thanks.
Hey, did you forget you had the twin harp?
No.
Just checking.
No. I pretty much last locations.
We figured. Oh, look, we have NG in here too. GG, NG.
GG's.
Yeah.
GG's Harumph.
GG's.
Yeah. How do you two like the moon?
Fun. Moon was fine.
That gauntlet was a calculated risk. It was
it was good
not the best risk. Yeah, it was a grind.
Here's the hands. Like, I don't have to worry about levels just in case I run into something particularly nasty along the way.
Mm.
There were a few nastier things, but yeah, Moon was fine. It was just, it was the 5th location I found go mode as opposed to the 1st through 4th places.
Mhm.
Ah, you too, Rumpf.
Yeah.
I mean, as obviously you two weren't around for it, but Possum said it came down to top down or bottom up moon. That was whoever was gonna go, and grab that first. Yeah, and that's exactly how it played out. So
Yeah, as it often does. But question to both of y'all. I guess Harumph first. When tackling a seed like this, where you have restrictions on your party members, so obviously in this case, all men are pigs, pretty big restriction. What's your approach to kind of tackle that? How do you want to overcome honestly, the lack of berserk? What's your kind of avenue towards that?
Honestly, here I didn't really give much thought to it on regards to Berserk. Like Rosa had a Samurai Bow and mute arrows to start off here, so when worst comes to worst here, she's the Berserker. When I found Iridia here, is like, all right, she can throw cure pots. Asura later on, maybe 2 out of 3 times. A power staff would have been nicer. I didn't recall seeing one along the way, or I may have missed it here during the shops I checked.
Which one?
Power staff.
Ah, I didn't see one either.
All right. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. I had an Axcal for Cecil here, so it's like, all right, Cecil swinging Axcal is good enough, I guess.
Yeah, and Dave, kind of same question to you. Like, what was your approach, with the limited party composition because of the all men are pigs?
Well, with all men are pigs, I was, as Harumph alluded to, looking for a power staff, which just didn't materialize. Aside from that, wasn't missing Berserk as much as I thought I would. And once I found a heroine robe, Rosa pretty much went full warrior princess anyway.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Martin, any questions for Harumph and Dave? I kind of got the ones out of the way that I had for them.
no, I mean the seed kind of. How do I phrase this? I'm not gonna say the seed played itself, but I mean we were watching the 4 of you on Restream, and literally like you were like steps on a staircase, like you were all literally just like a minute behind each other, just right down the line. So. It seemed like you all did exactly what you were supposed to and did the right order of everything. It just little small things came into play. Radiant Leviathan.
There was
You all
Leviathan
went to-
somewhere.
It was in Babel Castle.
Yeah, was in
Oh.
Evelyn. All of you going to Evelyn, grabbing the X-Cal. I mean, yeah, you all did an amazing job. It's just the little things. It's always the little things. So yeah, well done to both of you.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
Oh, and Harumph, Dave, I'll leave the last questions or last comments or thoughts on the flag set, anything like that y'all have. We'll let y'all kind of say your piece. Anything that you have.
Of course, shout outs here to our commentary team here. I'll definitely have to watch the VOD here to see. See
How many times
everything
we
that
said
was-
twin harp?
Yeah, pretty much here.
I
Yeah,
lost
Martin
count.
Possum, Warlink with the tracking, Oscar putting together a beautiful harp-free seed. Hashtag never harp. That is all.
Kenji?
Yeah, and same thing. Just shout out to all of you. Was a fun seed, especially like the limited party of men or pigs is just fun to. Or limited party like that, just limited resources in general are fun to play with. So it makes you think how to deal with them.
Very much so. Either of you
Yeah.
hungry for some ham right now? Maybe some bacon?
Mm,
I know it's tempting, isn't it?
twist my arm, why don't you?
for breakfast.
See, there you go.
Yeah, it's a little late though. I mean,
It is never too late for breakfast. That's
Yeah,
why
that
Denny's
requires you
exists.
to go up and cook.
Yes, I just went there.
Maya here, bacon takes a little bit longer for me to prepare here because I kind of like it in the. My ideal strip bacon would be as crispy as a potato chip.
Okay, that's fair.
I can respect that.
I mean, it's better than soggy bacon. That's for sure. So.
Well, let's stop being cruel to the audience who may or may
Wow,
not
we
have
could talk about bacon for another hour. This
accessibility
would be
to-
hilarious.
to bacon and bacon accessories. So, Dave, Harumph, it's been a pleasure. Thank you both for being so kind as to let us restream you. GG's to both of you fine gentlemen, and thank you again so much for letting us watch you do your work.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thanks,
having
you two.
us.
Thank you.
No, but Possum, really, we could have talked about bacon for another hour.
Yeah, we could have.
We could have. I think there's probably other things we're supposed to talk about, though. Like
the runners?
Well, I was going to say more free enterprise tomorrow.
Well, that's true. There's definitely more for Enterprise tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of my favorite clubs that happens tomorrow, which is the Hero's Journey Club, this week featuring Edge and the meta objective of you have to kill the hook route boss with Edge by himself and no one else using any inputs. It's a doozy,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
That sounds like a great time.
It's a time.
Yeah, until it's exactly not a time,
Yeah.
and then you regret. Yes, no. It sounds fun. I'm there for it.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow.
Mhm.
We are not done with Free Enterprise for tonight, though, either. We are going to be sending everyone over to one of the best in the business. You may know him as the superior breakfast food, but we all know and love him as X Pancraz. So that is going to be our destination this evening. But before we go, make sure you follow all of our runners and our restream team. Martin, take it away, friend.
Pancakes and bacon go very well together.
All right, and with that, everyone have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming out to Free Enterprise Community Weekly Race.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, everyone. Take care. Also, bacon.